What if it's not just your age? What if poor sleep wasn't just part of getting older? What if waking up at 3 a.m., tossing and turning and feeling tired all day wasn't something you just had to live with? I've spent over 25 years as a doctor working with people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. And I've seen something encouraging. When we give the body the right support, the nutrients it's quietly missing, sleep often returns. Naturally, gently, restfully. Today, I want to share with you 7 vitamins and nutrients I've recommended to countless patients to help them fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling truly rested. Let's take this step together. My name is Dr. James Adler. I'm a physician who works almost exclusively with adults over 60. That means I've spent most of my career helping people deal with real-life aging issues, not textbook problems. And sleep is one of the most common and most frustrating complaints I hear. You go to bed tired, but your mind won't shut off. You fall asleep, but you're wide awake again 2 hours later. Or worse, you get your 7 or 8 hours but wake up feeling like you've barely rested at all. If this is your experience, let me start with this. You are not alone. And it can get better. Sleep changes as we age, that's true. After 60, the body makes less melatonin, the hormone that signals sleep. The sleep cycles themselves get lighter and we tend to wake more often, even if just to shift positions, use the bathroom, or from subtle noises. But here's what I always tell my patients. Yes, your sleep changes. But poor sleep is not something you have to just live with. You see, the body still wants to rest. It still wants to repair. Sometimes, it just needs the right support to do it. And no, that support doesn't have to come in the form of a sleeping pill. 4. Why I don't start with sleeping pills? Many people come into my office hoping for a quick fix. A little pill to knock them out. And sure, sleeping pills might put you to sleep. But they rarely give you the kind of restorative, deep sleep your body and brain truly need. Worse, for seniors, many sleep medications come with side effects. Daytime grogginess, dizziness, memory issues, and even an increased risk of falls. Instead, I look at what the body is missing. Because in many cases, we can dramatically improve sleep. Naturally, by simply restoring the right vitamins and nutrients. Let's walk through the 7 I recommend most often. The number 2 will shock you. 1. Magnesium. If there's one nutrient I talk about almost daily with my senior patients, it's magnesium, and for good reason. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical processes in the body, but when it comes to sleep, it's especially important for its ability to calm the nervous system, relax tight muscles, and help regulate your natural melatonin levels. As we age, our ability to absorb magnesium from food decreases. Combine that with medications that may deplete magnesium, like diuretics or proton pump inhibitors, and it's no surprise that most adults over 60 are running low. One of the signs? Restlessness. You lie down but your legs feel twitchy. Your body won't settle. Or maybe you fall asleep fine but keep waking up with a tense jaw or clenched fists. When I see that, I often recommend magnesium glycinate, a form that's gentle on the stomach and known for its calming effects. Start with 100 to 200 milligrams about an hour before bed, and adjust slowly. Avoid magnesium oxide, it's poorly absorbed and can cause stomach upset. Magnesium won't knock you out like a pill. But for many seniors, it's exactly what their body needed to finally let go and rest. Contact your GP before you're going to use something. 2. Vitamin D. Let's talk about vitamin D, a nutrient we often associate with bones, but that's just one part of the story. Vitamin D plays a vital role in regulating your sleep-wake cycle, also known as your circadian rhythm. It supports the brain's ability to produce serotonin, which is not only your feel-good hormone but also a building block for melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Here's the issue. Most seniors are low in vitamin D, even if they spend time outdoors. Why? Because as we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. Add in sunscreen, cloudy climates, or limited mobility, and it's easy to fall below healthy levels. In fact, when I test patients over 60, I'd estimate 7 out of 10 are deficient. And many don't realize that symptoms like tossing and turning, low mood, or early morning waking can be linked to low vitamin D. I typically recommend 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day, taken with food in the morning. It's easy to add to your routine, and many of my patients notice better energy during the day, and better rest at night, within weeks. Sometimes, fixing sleep starts with a little more sunshine, from a bottle. 3. Vitamin B6. Now let's turn to a quiet helper in the sleep equation, vitamin B6. It doesn't get the attention that magnesium or melatonin do, but it plays a critical role behind the scenes, especially when it comes to how your brain prepares for sleep. Vitamin B6 helps your body convert the amino acid tryptophan into serotonin, and later into melatonin, your primary sleep hormone. If B6 is low, that chain reaction slows down, and your brain may struggle to produce the right chemicals for deep, steady rest. While B6 is found in foods like fish, bananas, and leafy greens, the truth is that many seniors don't absorb nutrients as efficiently as they used to. Combine that with medications or dietary restrictions, and deficiency becomes more common than you'd think. Some of the signs? Light, disrupted sleep, restlessness, vivid dreams or nightmares or mood changes during the evening hours. For most of my patients, I recommend starting with 10 to 25 milligrams per day, usually in the morning with food. It's safe, affordable, and surprisingly effective, especially when paired with magnesium or vitamin D. B6 doesn't put you to sleep, but it helps your body build the chemistry that does. 4. Melatonin. Melatonin, probably the most popular sleep supplement on the market. Most of my patients over 60 have tried it at some point. Some say it helps. Others say it makes them feel groggy, dizzy, or like their sleep is even more disrupted. And there's a reason for that. Melatonin is not a sleeping pill, it's a hormone. One your brain already makes, especially in response to darkness. But here's where things go wrong. Most people take too much. You only need a tiny amount, just enough to give your brain the signal that it's time to wind down. Taking 3, 5, or even 10 milligrams may seem normal because it's what you find in stores, but that can overwhelm your natural rhythm, cause vivid dreams, and make it harder to stay asleep. Melatonin is best used when your schedule is off, for example, after travel or during seasonal changes. It's a helpful tool, but like all tools, you have to use it correctly. Less is often more, especially when it comes to sleep. Don't use melatonin without asking your GP. 5. L-theanine. Now let's talk about L-theanine, a supplement I often recommend to patients who say things like, "Doctor, I'm tired, but I just can't turn my brain off." L-theanine is a natural amino acid found in green tea. It doesn't make you drowsy or sedated. Instead, it promotes a state of calm alertness. Think of it as a mental dimmer switch. Your thoughts are still there, but they don't control you. What's fascinating is how it works in the brain. L-theanine increases alpha brain waves, which are the same waves your brain produces during meditation, deep relaxation, or the quiet moments just before sleep. I often suggest L-theanine for patients dealing with mild anxiety, worry, or overthinking, especially at night. And unlike some herbs or sedatives, it won't cause dependency or grogginess the next morning. If your body feels ready to rest but your mind won't cooperate, L-theanine might be just the thing to gently lead you into a more peaceful night. 6. Glycine. Let's talk about glycine, a simple amino acid that has a surprisingly powerful effect on sleep. Unlike melatonin, which signals the start of sleep, glycine helps your body physically get ready to rest by lowering your core body temperature. That's important because your body naturally cools down just before you fall asleep. It's one of the triggers your brain uses to say, "Time to shut down." If that cooling doesn't happen, maybe because of stress, age, or hormone changes, your brain stays too alert. That's where glycine helps. Studies show that taking glycine before bed can lead to faster sleep onset, deeper sleep, and even better cognitive performance the next morning. It doesn't sedate you, it simply allows the body to enter a state where sleep comes naturally. Many of my patients say it helps them fall asleep without even realizing it's happening. No grogginess, no force. Just calm. Sometimes, better sleep isn't about knocking yourself out, it's about getting out of your body's way. 7. Calcium. Most people think of calcium as the bone strength vitamin. And yes, that's true. But what's often overlooked is calcium's quiet role in supporting better sleep, especially for older adults. Here's how it works. Calcium helps the brain convert tryptophan into melatonin, the hormone that signals your body it's time to rest. In other words, without enough calcium, your brain may struggle to make melatonin efficiently, even if you're doing everything else right. That's especially important after 60, when nutrient absorption slows down, and diets may become more restricted. People avoiding dairy, for example, are often unintentionally low in calcium, and they don't realize how it's affecting their sleep. Now, I don't usually recommend high-dose calcium pills unless there's a medical need. Instead, I prefer gentle food-based sources in the evening. A small serving of plain yogurt, fortified almond or oat milk, cooked leafy greens, a little bit of cheese if tolerated. Tip: pair calcium with magnesium for added benefit. Best time: evening, about 1 hour before bed. Avoid large calcium supplements unless prescribed. Sometimes the right nighttime snack, rich in calcium and calming, is enough to shift your whole night into something deeper and more restful. Sleep doesn't have to be a nightly struggle. With the right nutrients and a little patience, your body can relearn how to rest. Start small. Pick one of these 7 vitamins. Give it a week. Let your body respond. You don't need a perfect routine. You just need to take one vital step in the right direction. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to Vital Steps. We share simple doctor-backed tips to help you sleep better, feel stronger, and age with confidence. One step at a time. Thanks for watching. Sleep well tonight. You've earned it.